Okay, hi guys. This is Alicia Stroud, and I'm here to go over my week 4 homework assignment. So it starts here where they want you to create an array and you want to subtract the value of the first element from the last element. And for that, I really just went back to week 3 and went over how to do that. And I did it right there. Another thing is to comment out. I found writing the questions and commenting them out was very helpful. And then if you go down, there's an array of string on problem 2. And this one's pretty straightforward. They tell you what it is. It's an array and it's string, so you kind of know. And then on question 3, they want you to explain how do you access the last element of an array. And what they want to know is that arrays that they're going to start at 0, so the last element is always going to be one length of the length of the array. So example would be sys out -1. And then for question 4, they're asking how do you access the first element of the array, and it's going to be like sys out 0. And then we come down here and you'll see question 5 is create an array of int called name links and write a loop to iterate over them. So you can see right here that I created an array of int and we know it's going to be int. We write int and then we did a loop, and I went ahead and I did my for loop just like this. And I made sure to kind of close that out. You can see where it started and where it closed right here. And then I did system out, and we needed to do toString on that one. You can see problem 7 is they want you to do the word hello. It doesn't necessarily have to be hello, but that was the easiest one to use for me. Get that to concatenate. This one here is problem 8. They wanted us to take a method and take two strings, the first name and the last name, to return a full name as a string separated by a space. So this is one of those ones where, they're asking you to do a method, which I guess they also did in problem 7. So when you do a method, you want to go down here outside of the main body, right here. And I found this to be super helpful to go ahead and just comment it all out so when you're done with the main method. And then you go ahead and write your other method. So here's my method for problem 8. And I went ahead and did it as a public static string because it does say up there what it's going to be. And I went down here and did that. And then if you look, one of the ones I found interesting was the one that we got to create our own. And it goes right at, it was number 13. And it's create a method of your own that solves the problems in the comments. Write what the method does and why you created it. So I created this one because I wanted to try to test myself to see if I could do something that needed user input. And it was a pretty simple user input. And I knew that I needed to use Boolean. So it was either going to be true or false, yes or no, true or false. And if you look at it right here, what it's going to do is, if depending on your age, it's going to print your even dude or your odd dude. So if we run it, hopefully this works. Say, sorry, this is enter your age. Let's see, we're going to enter 5. See if it says what it does. Oh, it says you're an odd man. So yeah, that works. I found that good. And then again, with the whole commenting out and really making sure you understand the end of the main method, that really, really helped for me. Also, I know that I just went over time. So I'm going to let this be. But again, of course, I use some loops. I use some enhanced loops, which, you'll use a colon for. Yeah, you call your method up. All right, I'm going to